What's up, y'all, and welcome to the First Impressions micro-transaction kind of review. Not really a review, but we're finding out what the deal is with the game is. So we're here, and I'm joined by the speaker of dinosaurs himself, Liquid.
Yeah.
Liquid, how are you doing today?
I am well. I'm playing some Horizon Forbidden West, or Forbidden Memories is what I like to call it. Like the Yu-Gi-Oh! Forbidden Memories. Wait, this is not the hat I had before. Anyways, regardless. Yu-Gi-Oh! Forbidden Memories back on PS1. Great game. That's not what we're talking about today. Horizon Forbidden West, though. That's the game we're really talking about today. I've played a few hours of it. I've streamed a few hours of it. You could check that out on the microtransaction over there on YouTube. It's we're 3 episodes in. All right, almost done with the game. I'm kidding. We're not. But we will finish it. We're gonna finish it. You have my word, Chris. This game, it's really good. I like it. I like it a lot so far.
So first impressions of the game is really good.
Yeah, that's where I'm at right now. Really good. I'm really enjoying it. I'm really enjoying my time with it. I've been streaming the majority of story stuff. I do plan like side missions. I might do it on my own. I'm still not sure yet. But
we'll let you guys decide. If you go watch the content over there and you're like, yo, Liquid, I need some more. Let's get into nitty gritty. What's the side missions like?
Yeah.
Tell Liquid. Tell us. You tell us. We'll give it to you.
Yeah, I'm doing some of the side missions. Let me give you an idea of the side missions real quick.
Bro, paint a picture.
Okay, so the side missions, they're good. The thing is, some of them can take a few minutes to really get done. So
Okay.
They get a lot of meat to them, right?
Oh, okay.
So I do like it. And if it has to do with platinuming it, because I do want to platinum this game, I will be doing so. So yeah, once we get done with the story, I'm gonna jump right into the platinum right after that, and we'll go from there. Apparently, the platinum is pretty easy to obtain. It takes a few hours, or let's say about 40 hours, from my understanding. But yeah, I'm here for it.
So to beat this game to completion is 40 hours.
No, to beat the game to completion is around 30 to 32 hours.
Oh, that's really good.
That's what I'm hearing. To like get the trophies and stuff like that, by my understanding, it's about more around 40 hours.
Okay, so to get
the completion,
the
100%.
Okay, so I got a couple questions for you, Liquid.
Hit me with it.
Well, all right. So question number 1. I am a Nexus boy. Everyone knows. Let's just say I hopped in, got a PS5, wanted to get on this Forbidden West train. Do I need to play the first game to play the second game?
No. Oh, great question. No, you don't. Right. As soon as the game kicks off, you're greeted with what happened in part 1, kind of like a little synopsis of as far as what happened. It's not in depth. Like if you really want to get into the detail, I would recommend going to a YouTube video, maybe finding like a 5-minute video as to what really happened. But for the most part, they give you a little brief story, so you don't really have to go out of your way to make that happen. And the game itself, like once you start getting into this one, it's almost like I probably don't even care what happened, like, because it's just like, I don't know, it's just like its own thing. Like I'm playing it, like, because even I played the first one, I platinumed the first one, and even I don't feel like I don't even really remember the first one because it's been so long ago. But I'm playing this one, I'm just like, dude, I really don't care. Like I'm so captivated by everything around me, the world, the enemies, the missions, everything.
Well, that's really good.
Yeah.
Okay, so I want to get into gameplay. And when I want to get into gameplay, I want to know, because a lot of things, people are transitioning. This is the first impression. And most people that are watching this played the first game, getting into the second game. How does a gameplay from the first game to the second game differ? Like, what do they get better? What do they get worse? Like, what's going on with the gameplay?
I gotcha.
Like, how does it feel on the sticks?
Yeah, the game, it feels comfortable. It feels great. Honestly, it feels more or less the same as the original one. It's
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
That's the thing, is that like it feels it's a good thing. I'd say it's a good thing.
So it feels like familiar.
Yeah, it feels very familiar. Aloy still has, like, I feel like Guerrilla games traditionally have this like a weight feel to their character. And this one's no exception. Like it feels a little bit less heavyweight as the first one. If you feel a little more lighter, One cool mechanic is you have like the focus, so you can scan around and you can see what's climbable and what's not. It's not obvious as to what is climbable.
Oh, it's not like Naughty Dog where they have like the yellow line.
Right? They do that with some things.
Uh-huh.
Like whenever it's like very mission based, but whenever it requires you to try to kind of figure it out, they leave it to the focus. So make sure you scan every now and then. And it shows up like, well, since it's the Decima engine, it's very much like Death Stranding, where you can see what you can walk on and what you can't walk on. Essentially, this is what you can climb on, what you can't climb on. You see little red X's on what you can't climb on. It's the exact same. So if you play Death Stranding, you're going to be very familiar with what that looks like.
And if you play Death Stranding, I'm sorry. Anyway, all right. So I want to talk about the world.
The world. Yeah.
In a world where dinosaurs are roaming around, all willing, mechanized, Beast Wars type monsters, like how, like does it make the, like, does the world feel more or less or the same? Like, give me the TLDR on the world.
The world is more. It feels a lot more because, so one of the new things you get is this little paraglider thing. Or maybe they took a page out of Breath of the Wild.
Wow.
You get this little paraglider. It's like a little is a digital paraglider, because like when she pops it out, it's like a little hologram, but she's there like hovering all over the place. But it's cool as hell to use. Like, you get on the highest point, get as high as you can, you just start gliding down to get to another, from point A to point B, which beats how it was the old one, because the old one you had to just like hope for the best, like you either jump or try to find a way to down.
You're just like, yeet.
Yeah, it was the old one was pretty bad when it comes to that. So at least this allows that, which is awesome. Back what I mentioned with the whole you focus and you can climb on certain things. I feel like that's such a cool mechanic, because we've seen I'm sorry I keep going back to Breath of the Wild, but that's a game where you can climb on almost anything.
Breath of the Wild and Horizon, they have an intimate relationship.
Yeah, they exactly. They share a lot of common ground, I guess.
Yeah, especially because Breath of the Wild took all their money.
Yeah, kind of ate its lunch a little bit, but they still sold pretty well. It's 20 million copies. Is not too much. That's
compared
not too
to how much?
I'm not worried about that.
Anyway,
don't worry about those numbers. Those are fake numbers. But yeah, so like I said, the paraglider and this, like I said, the options that you can climb on, where you can see what you can or what you cannot climb on, makes it a little different here. It just expands the world a little bit more, because in the original Horizon, things that you could not climb on, like you can kind of see, it was like kind of obvious. Now you don't know. You have to kind of scan. So it just allows for a little more exploration. You're like, oh, wait, I can climb on this. Where does this take me? What's at the end of this? What's on the top of that? You know, that's cool. The enemies, they're newer. There's a lot of newer enemies. Now, granted, I haven't played enough where I've seen like everything, obviously. But I've seen some new enemies here that just, I don't know, they just seem awesome. Like, it's still the same. Like, there's certain elements that make some enemies weaker than others. That's still there. That comes into play. There's still the weak points that you can find out with your focus. That's still there. That's still all familiar. You have this little grappling hook now, which allows for a little more flexibility when it comes to like fighting, because you can like grapple hook something, and then as soon as you grapple hook, I think you hit circle, you can leap off of it. Oh. And when you leap off of it, then you can pull your arrow, and then everything's in slow motion. Now you can just try, as you're falling down, just try to take stuff down, looking like a badass. So
okay,
it just. It's awesome.
Oh, so that leads into my next question. Would you recommend
this game?
Absolutely,
dude. I could not recommend this game anymore. I am having a blast with this game, dude. It's just so pretty. Like, the game just looks phenomenal. It's breathtaking. You can see I get giddy, like I'm simping off of the damn lens flares that I see when I look at the sun. And it's not even always there, because you see clouds can cover the sun as well. Like, it's got that feel. Like, and then you just you see people walking around. You see animals like these robot dinosaurs, or robo dinos as I like to call them, or even just regular wildlife in their own little natural habitat. And the world does feel alive. It feels good, and like in the distance you could see someone fighting a robot dinosaur, and you could go help. Or you could just be like, oh, they ain't got nothing to do with me, and just keep walking off.
Now, I'm going to ask one more question. Yeah. And this is for all you Sony Pony nerds out there. How's that haptic feedback feel like, bro?
Dude, as always, it feels incredible, dude. Pulling back on the arrow, snapping it back, shooting it out feels good. Dude, I I mean the obviously the 3D Rumble, or is that what they call it, 3D Rumble or HD Rumble? No,
Yeah, the Rumble Pack. Anyway,
yeah, the Rumble Pack. Yeah. No, everything just feels good, dude. It always feels like you're whenever you're stepping on something, you're stepping on something different. You know what I'm saying? Like the metal versus ground, or
it has like
or
a textile
gravel.
feel to
Yeah,
it, like
dude,
in hand.
It's awesome. That's cool, but I want to go back to the world again because like even just seeing like when it's raining, you see like the water drops on everything. Like, oh, dude, they really, you could see, like, it seems like they took, and I know this is like a big problem. Like people complain about how like a game when it comes to the sequel, how it shares the same mechanics. Like people were bitching about how Kratos, how he pushes off of the boat or gets into the canoe. Yeah, and people were complaining about that. And Horizon does the same thing when it comes to, I think, climbing or something. But dude, they take it and they just tweak it with a little bit more. They just add to it.
Yeah.
And it's just like, holy shit, like okay, cool, yeah, I get what you're doing here. You found something that works, and then you put something else on top of it to make it even better. Like, it's so cool. Like, oh, dude, I'm having a blast. I'm loving it. Mechanics, world, visually, gameplay, story. I'm all in, Chris.
All right. Well, if you haven't been able to tell already, Liquid is over here gushing over the latest Sony exclusive.
It's an experience.
And that's where we're gonna lead it off. Guys, if you want to experience the experience, it's worth the buy. I guess it gets an old-fashioned microtransaction yay from Liquid. Liquid, any parting words you want to tell the kids?
Hey, per usual, love each other, take care, but above all else, just be cool.
And this has been a first impression.